This is the Gary Cantrell Podcast.
The Gary Cantrell Podcast, back again with another edition of Behind the Song. And back with me on this episode is my cousin Larry. Larry, say hello to the people.
Hello.
Hello. Today we're going to be covering another Yielding song, the only other Yielding song that exists, which is a song called The Ocean Speaks Your Name. Larry, what do you remember about The Ocean Speaks Your Name?
It's a good song, but I think it's also a night and day difference from Completely Incomplete.
I would agree.
And the fact that it's a simple song, but there's much more to it. There's more picking out notes. It's a longer song.
It's a long fucking song.
And the song ends with my first ever guitar solo, and it was completely improvised.
It was. That was in the studio, completely improvised.
Yeah, and I can't remember if you said to just do a solo or try us. I don't remember how it happened, but I do know. It was kind of weird, and I think even your wife said this, but the whole song is about you proposing to her.
Yes, falling in love with my wife, proposing.
It's all about your love for your wife and proposing to her, and I'm singing the chorus.
Larry's like, if I'm plunking down money on this recording, my vocals are going somewhere on this son of a bitch.
And but like the chorus specifically, I'm like, I felt kind of awkward singing that because and I can't remember if I had any hand in the lyrics for this song at all. I can't remember.
No, I wrote the whole thing. I wrote the whole thing in a Florida Georgia Line concert parking lot. I was sitting in Jiffy Lube Live after the show, waiting for hours to get out. Well, not hours, but more like an hour and a half. And I just felt so inspired.
Yeah, I didn't write anything because the lyrics aren't my strong suit. Like, they really aren't.
They're not mine either.
But I remember it's a longer song. It doesn't feel like a longer song.
Oh,
it didn't feel longer when we were doing it. And
wait till you hear it back.
but it like, well, I'm gonna go do a few laps around the house, and then like he'll still be playing.
Oh shit, yeah.
But like I remember, like we were like super pumped doing this one too. Like in the studio, we were like really pumped. Definitely. And this one actually, not just because it's a longer song. I think this one, like actual finishing the song in the studio, we did it in one day too, but did this actually take longer to record than the first one, or did the first one take longer?
This one, no question.
Okay, yeah.
We were pushing the limits of our time in that studio.
Yeah, and this one, there's just much more to it.
Yeah.
There's more guitar parts, there's more.
I'd like to hear a radio edit of this fucking thing because it's over 5 minutes long. Believe me.
We amped it up a little bit, and I know there was some other stuff I think we had started working on, but we just never went back into the studio.
Correct.
Stuff we were working on and didn't finish, but we were working on stuff.
Yeah.
With different tunings and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, here let's start this little thing out and see where it goes. Little Beach Sounds, which was inspired by another song I recorded with another band years ago, which I'll cover on this series. I like this little riff right here. Is it a long brown hair? All the blue jeans that she wears.
And already it starts off like, keep it playing.
Okay.
Like the lyrics, like they kind of have like an offbeat rhythm with the guitar riff, and it just has like a very like.
Yeah.
It just has like a very like rhythmic feel. Like you're just kind of like,
Oh yeah, it's definitely
so like kudos for doing that. I don't have the brains to come up with that. I'm gonna show you that this love in my heart is more than just for show, yeah. So let me show ya.
Basically that right there is like, I want to show you that this is for real. This is not just a hookup. Because when we first got together, we hit it hard and heavy. We were kind of just falling like right into it. And, I really wanted to show her that this was not something that was just, like a hookup. This is definitely something more.
Yeah.
This right here.
We shortened this part.
Yeah, because it needed to be shortened.
like, I can't believe this is me.
Yeah.
Like, if you hear like how deep my voice is, you wouldn't think that's me.
No.
It's
some good processing.
And surprisingly, like on both of the songs,
yeah,
we used auto-tune, but there's not as much auto-tune as you think.
Yeah, we wanted to go with a very little bit amount. Just enough to keep us in some sort of a semblance of tone,
Sometimes it's more obvious than others, but I mean, there really isn't that much auto-tune.
Yeah, we weren't T-Pain
really
in it or nothing.
Blah, blah, blah. Like that's my imitation of
T-Pain. Yeah,
yeah, you can keep it going.
Okay.
Night the best, her head blows slightly to the southwest. I drop to one knee, as my heart fills with glee. This moment means everything.
I love this part coming up.
It's everything I've wanted, you're everything I wanted. Life changes when my lips hit your lips.
Because of lyrics?
Yeah, dude. Life changes when my lips hit your lips. Like, that is probably the best thing I've ever written. No bullshit.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the next lyric.
No. That one right there. Life changes when my lips hit your lips.
The next lyric is cool, but it's also funny at the same time. Because I use that word all the time jokingly.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
This right here.
Let's get lit.
Heather was like, when have we ever gotten lit? I was just like, I don't know. It just came up. Like, I don't, it just, that was the word that came at the time. Is it a little cheesy? Yes, but.
I've been lit a few times.
Yeah.
more than I care to say.
But I just, it just, that's what fit there at that moment. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't know what else you could put there.
I don't know either. I'm sure the expert songwriters could come up with something better than I did, but it is what it is, man. All right, here we go.
Summer may be over, but I'm gonna show you that this love in my heart.
I love the overall rhythm of the song.
Yeah.
So let me show you.
I could imagine some like digital drums on it, you know what I mean?
Well, we actually asked Ben about that, but we couldn't come up. We realized, oh fuck, this is gonna be another 8-hour like payday. We're not paying the money to go for another day. We're just leaving it how it is. Yeah. Because we probably could have done something.
Yeah.
I don't know what's to stop us from like dropping this in like GarageBand or some shit and just tapping in some drums in there. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah. This is where it starts to get a little long in the tooth.
Long in the tooth. I love that.
Yeah. Like this whole, this whole thing right here.
This is like kind of like a bridge, right?
Yeah, we probably could have kept this, but then there was like a whole nother. We gotta take it down, bring it back, then go I
like how we come in with the solo when you think the song's over.
Yeah,
that was like a cool effect.
I love the effect on your vocals right here.
And that's the end.
That's where it should have fucking ended. 3 minutes and 50 seconds in. Here we just came. This all right, we're going to get our money's worth. Let's just throw a freaking 5-minute guitar solo on it. Oh, the poor listeners. I need to make a radio edit of this and replace the original.
And I've never been able to replicate that solo. We'd be practicing it at your apartment.
Yeah.
I like how it was picked up at the end, like a little faster,
Yeah, it's like, all right, let's get this damn thing over with. Come on.
Because we were rushing to try to finish it because we realized the song was like 12 minutes.
This could have been our Freebird, where we just play it for 35 minutes.
Yeah. Or our Stairway to Heaven.
Meanwhile, the crowd's running for the door to get the fuck out. They're just like, come on.
Overall, it's a good song though. It could have been like 2 minutes shorter.
Yeah.
Or like just over 4 minutes maximum. Just over 4 minutes max.
Just over 4 minutes max, yeah. So that is
good memories from that though. I mean,
oh, definitely. I mean, it was a fun time. We were trying to get our music tendencies back under our belt, you know, kind of just getting it back going again.
And even I remember Ben telling us like we'd grown a lot, like we were just overall more talented.
Yeah, Ben has probably seen a lot of people come through the door. He could definitely speak on that, and just remembering what we did and saying, okay, these guys, you can tell they've definitely progressed a lot. So
like we were literally not a few years out of being a teenager when we first went to him.
Yeah, it was
so
it was like a year after high school, almost not even a year.
So what next with this one? Anything else you wanted to talk about it with the song, or? I just remember being awkward because I'm like seeing this chorus. It's like directed towards your wife. I'm like, hey, he wrote it. It's I'm just part of the duo. I'm just helping do the song. Like I'm not.
Yeah, you know? No, it was fun. I mean, I like I said, I had a lot of fun just writing the lyrics. I was, you know, on my phone in the little notepad, just jotting down some ideas in that parking lot, and you had like some little riff, and I'm like, I'm just gonna, you know, kind of just come up with a little something. And it was definitely a little bit out of my wheelhouse, you know, with that kind of like the offbeat kind of thing. And it sounds, by the way, it sounds nothing like what Florida Georgia sounds like. They sound way better than that, but it was inspired by them to a certain degree, because that was the year that their Dig Your Roots album came out. And for people that are familiar with them, that was kind of a very much a different record for them, and they were trying out all kinds of different sounds. And at the time, I just was coming up with some different stuff, man. That's pretty much the best I could say about it.
Yeah.
So that's The Ocean Speaks Your Name. Any just final quick thoughts on this one before we wrap this one up, Lair?
It was fun. I know we had a lot of fun doing. I'd say overall, like I don't even want to do this overall. If I had to pick one, I'd still probably say the first one was my favorite.
Completely Incomplete, as heard on last week's podcast.
Like overall, I'd say that was my favorite, just because it's straightforward. It's do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we were being ambitious with this one.
Definitely for sure. Ambitious is a good word for it. So with that being said, for Larry, I'm Gary. Haha. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back next week with another one. Thank you guys so much, and thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
Peace.